Hey guys, this is the Don with Overlanding Anglers, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to get this rod and reel and this rod and reel ready to go for some fishing tomorrow morning. Now when you buy a rod and reel from the store, chances are it's going to come looking like this, with no line loaded onto the spool. And that could be a big challenge for beginning anglers, not only selecting what line you want to use, but also going over the basics of how to get that line loaded onto your rod and reel combo. So today, we are going to load fresh line on this bait caster and on this spinning reel, and we're going to start with the line. So let's go. All right, now here is the fishing line that we're going to be using for both of our reels today. Now this is a braided fishing line, and I am a huge fan of braid. We will make a video in the near future talking a little bit about the differences between your three main types of fishing line, but today we are using this. Now it is a 20-pound test by Beyond Braid, and it's in a moss camo color, which is supposed to blend in very, very nicely with the muddy and dirty water we have here in Oklahoma. In fact, this is one of the local ponds that we tend to fish in, and just look at that water. So let's get started with the bait caster.
The first thing you want to do is prepare your spool. An easy way to do this at home is use a screwdriver, an old box, and now you have a place where your spool can unwind and it won't go anywhere. Step 2 is aligning the line guide. I like to put it on the left side to ensure an even distribution of the line. Step 3, feed the end of the line through the line guide and grab a small piece of electrical tape to secure the line to the reel. This part can be a little tricky, especially if you've got big fingers like me. Step 4, make sure your line is clear of any tangles and apply a small amount of back pressure. Then start reeling. Make sure you reel at a consistent pace to ensure that that line is spread evenly among the reel. Keep an eye on the line as it goes onto the spool and make sure it's nice and even. The side of the spool acts as a fuel gauge for the amount of line you load onto it. You never want to load it completely to the top or it won't clear the underside of the reel and will bind up. And now that our bait caster is just about done, let's move on to the spinning reel. On a spinning reel, the spool does not rotate. The bail rotates around the spool. So step 1 is making sure you know the direction the bail places line on the spool. Step 2 is very similar to the bait caster. Secure the line to the spool using a small piece of electrical tape. Then flip the bail. Step 3, start reeling. Now that we're done with the spinning reel, let's head in the house because it is too hot out here.
All right guys, now that we've got some brand new braided fishing line on both our bait caster and our spinning reel, it's time to talk about knots. And the only knot that you really need to know when it comes to braided fishing line is the Palomar knot. Now, we are going to teach you how to tie that knot, and to do that, we are going to use this fully rigged swim bait from 10,000 Fish and some braided fishing line. So, let's get started.
Step 1 is to take a length of line, fold it back on itself to create a 180 loop. Step 2 is pull the loop through the eye of the lure, pulling about 6 inches of the line through. Step 3, make a simple overhand knot, pulling the loop through the side. Step 4, open the loop and pass it all the way around the lure. Be careful with jigs that you get it all the way through. Then, gently pull tight. Step 5, Grab your tag end and gently pull until the knot is nice and snug. Our last step is to grab something sharp and trim your tag end. Be sure to leave some of the tag end there so that when you hook that fish, the knot has something to grab onto. And just like that, you are ready to go fishing.
Well, all right, guys, there you have it. We have got new line loaded on our bait caster, new line loaded on our spinning reel, and we covered the Palomar knot, which is a must-have for braided line. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions, drop them down below. Get out there, keep exploring, and as always, tight lines. Bye, guys.